Which character of Mahabharata inspired you most?
What is the motto of SSB?
And do you think in the present context, Russia also explored all the options before waging a war against Ukraine?
Do you support boycott Turkey calls?
May I come in, sir?
Come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Have your seat, Pawan.
Thank you, sir.
Briefly introduce yourself.
Sir, I am Pawan Kumar. I am from Supaul district of Bihar. I did my schooling from Sainik School, Gopalganj. I like to play volleyball, and I did my graduation from National Rail and Transportation Institute. In 2022, its name has been changed to Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya.
What kind of education you have got from there?
Sir, I did BSc in Transportation Technology.
Transportation technology. And this is a new kind of course.
Yes, sir.
When this was started?
Sir, in 2018 it started, and I was part of the founding batch student.
Okay. So what are the criteria for admission?
Sir, it conducted its own, at that time NTA was not there, so it has its own, it conducted its entrance examination.
Okay. So do you feel happy that you joined this institute, or you are repenting that?
No, sir, I think it was a good decision, because I got the chance to learn about new technology in transportation sector. For example, we also did one project on bullet train technology and its financial aspect. At the same time, other technology like hyperloop, magnetic levitation, it was also part of the syllabus. Besides, it has credit-based curriculum, so other courses like fundamentals of leadership was also there, in which we did the case study of Mahabharata to learn leadership lessons from different characters.
Which character inspired you from Mahabharata?
Yes, sir.
Which character of Mahabharata inspired you most?
Sir, I like the character of Lord Krishna, because he followed the principle, the pragmatism approach, in which he says that means justify the end most of the times, but not the always. So if there's need is to deviate from principle for the larger good, then it should be done.
Some people criticize Lord Krishna that he caused a war between brothers. He could have established peace through negotiation. He didn't try all the options available.
Sir, as far as I know, I think he made enough attempt to solve the issue between Kauravas and Pandavas through peaceful means. And at last he said that if matter cannot be resolved through talks, then the final ground is war only. So I think enough attempt has been made by him also to resolve the issue peacefully.
And do you think in the present context, Russia also explored all the options before waging a war against Ukraine?
Sir, Russia's concern with respect to geopolitical location, it has warned against Ukraine joining NATO. So even I think in 2008, a Russian president has said that including Ukraine in NATO will be the red line. So Russia's concern is also justified, and after exploring, I think whatever options that were there with Russia, they thought that this will be the legitimate action according to their national interest.
And is this true for Israel also, that they first exhausted all the peace option?
Sir, in case of Israel, I think the approach they have adopted is like they are going for collective punishment for the entire Gazans. Even recently, there was protest in Gaza also so that Hamas to separate from Hamas. So I think Israel should have been going. I think their approach is also justified, because time and again they have been the victims of terror attacks. So I think it is also as per their national interest. Their action is justified.
Okay, and how about US support for the new regime in Syria? Who is following the path of Dharma? The old government of Syria or the new government of Syria?
Sir, according to me, the US approach at present government, they are like transaction approach. Even they are ready to recognize the former terrorist which is currently at the regime. So their approach is more of transactional approach presently of the US government under Trump administration.
What is the meaning of transactional approach?
Sir, according to me, transactional approach is the conducting foreign operation in a manner which gives more of a which is more economical in nature. Means if any action will be giving me economical profit, means sidelining of the values and principles, sidelining of values and principles, and conducting foreign policy purely based on economic means.
Okay, fine, sir.
So, Pawan,
Yes, sir.
just we saw the Operation Sindoor,
Yes.
and at a moment it was like that India is going to occupy the POK at least, but it got break in between. What would have been happened if India would have occupied the POK, and POK has been made the part of India? In that case, the three merits and demerits of POK being in India.
Sir, last part, can you
Three
please?
merits and demerits if POK would have been the part of India.
Sir, the merits of POK occupying POK joining India would have been the legitimate claim that India has with respect to POK. It would have been, although it is also at present also integral part of India, then it would have been more visual like. Second, sir, I will have to read. I'm not able to collect
Any
my thought.
demerits?
Demerit would be that we have to look into the sentiment of the people which is in that territory, because at times there are cases is that sometimes they are sympathetic to Pakistan cause also, so that can create problem in the longer run. We have to look into the people perception. That will be one of the aims that India should have been going for.
What is the motto of SSB?
SSB motto is service, security and brotherhood.
Okay, and which border being guarded by ITBP?
Sir, ITBP guards the India-China border, which is LAC, line of actual control, from Ladakh to Arunachal Pradesh.
Okay, so you love mountaineering.
Yes.
So how it is different from trekking?
Sir, trekking is an activity of going for long walk, and especially it is done in the difficult terrains, and it's a beautiful way to connect with the nature. On the other hand, mountaineering is an activity of climbing a mountain or reaching a summit, and it requires special and technical skills. Like mountaineering, we need to have qualifications and techniques like rappelling, rock climbing, and it requires proper training. On the other hand, trekking it doesn't require proper training.
See, as you said that you have been taught to be a good leader. You have learned the lesson to be a good leader.
Yes.
And there is a popular saying that leaders are born, not made. At the second part, there is also a saying that leaders are made. Leaders are not by birth, they are made. So how different is that?
So the first part, like leaders are born and not made, it points more towards the aptitude of an individual, which is like certain innate quality which is present since birth. On the other hand, it is also said that with proper training, the leadership skill can be improved. And I think even major institute like the defense training institute like NDA and other academy, they also focus on the second part as well, besides the first one. First one they try to find through different interviews, and the second one they try to impart through training. So
you said first one, that is aptitude.
Yes.
So it should be attitude or aptitude?
Sir, like you said, leaders are born. It means certain attributes which is present since birth. So it will be aptitude.
So
Pawan, following Turkey's role in supporting Pakistan in during Operation Sindoor,
Yes.
boycott calls of boycotting Turkey are rising across India.
Yes.
Do you support these calls? Do you support boycott Turkey calls?
Sir, I do support the call of boycott Turkey because national interest and national security should be given utmost priority. And the action of Turkey supporting Pakistan, especially in the by supplying drones, Turkey-made drones, and even the government of India has also said that they expect Turkey to align with India's concern. So I do support the call of the.
Fine. Suppose you are the Prime Minister of India and it has been brought to your notice that the Chief Minister of Kerala has decided to give some aid to Turkey. So you know the background, you know the ongoing situation, and you are well aware of the future outcomes also. So what kind of conversation are you going to have with your Chief Minister?
Sir, I would urge the Chief Minister of Kerala to be to be aligned with the whatever the foreign policy followed at the central government, because we have to be united India, and it cannot be like that the central government is having a different approach and other provincial government is having different approach. That will be like a kind of weakness only.
Fine. So is there any provision in any part of the constitution or any law wherein the union government can restrict the state government from giving loans or grants or aids to other countries or other people outside India? Can the union government do that?
Sir, with respect to loan and grants, I am not much sure, but as far as I can recall, there is a provision that if state government has to take loan from outside, then if it has outstanding loan from the central government, then they will have to take permission. And with respect to, there's other provision also in Article 355, which says that it is the responsibility of union government to secure India from external aggression as well as internal threats. So these two.
Fine. So like if we continues this discussion,
yes,
one of the troubling neighbors that India is seeing currently is Bangladesh.
yes,
A lot of anti-India sentiment is being generated in Bangladesh. What should India do in such a scenario?
sir, the pragmatic approach will be to whatever the current regime is there, we should go by the diplomatic means. We should engage in the diplomatic channels to express our legitimate concerns. At the same time, we can also go for the other means, like if Bangladesh has Bangladesh is cooperating with Turkey also in this matter also. So even Turkey is also not on our side at present. So according to me, the only option left at present with India is to engage more and more through diplomatic means.
Okay, thank you.
Pawan,
Yes, sir.
has any woman led the Indian Army as the Supreme Commander?
Yes, sir. Supreme Commander of Armed Forces is President of India, and at present, Draupadi Murmu ji is the Supreme Commander of Armed Forces.
Is she the first woman?
No, earlier Srimati Pratibha Patil was there.
Okay. And who was the first woman Speaker of the Lok Sabha?
I'm not sure. First.
You come from Bihar. Bihar government hosted Khelo India program this year, National Games. Are you aware?
Sir, I am aware, but I have not read it in detail.
Okay. Bihar has produced a world champion woman. In which sport she is world champion? What is her name?
Sir, I'm not.
Okay, never mind. Who was the first woman fighter pilot of Indian Navy? The woman is from Bihar only.
Sir, I'm not aware.
Okay, the first woman fighter pilot of Indian Air Force. There are 3 women. One of them is from Bihar and 2 are from other places.
No,
Okay.
Sir, I'm not aware.
Who was the first woman DG of any of the CAPF organization?
Sir, at present, I'm not aware, but I think I have read about it in newspaper, but I'm not able to recall it.
Okay, fine. Pawan, your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Have a seat. How do you find your performance here?
Sir, I think in opinion questions, I think I was able to give my opinion, but it should have been more sharp. And with respect to the last part, I'm not. I think I will have to read about the current events which is going on.
True. See, it is overall personality test, Pawan.
Yes.
And apart from knowledge, they also test many other things like your attitude, your integrity, your commitment to transparency, your skill, belief and skill of establishing public relation, public communication, etc. So also these things were under observation through variety of questions. But simpler things first. Your entry is good. You greeted the board members. Your sitting posture is good. Your tie is very long.
Yes, sir, it is.
Length should be reduced.
Yes,
And sitting posture is fine. Your facial expressions also need improvement.
yes.
Throughout, you kept looking away from the members. That indicates that you are lacking confidence, self-confidence. So the correction required is that you should see in the eyes of the listener or the speaker.
Yes.
Okay, directly. That will suggest that you are having confidence in whatever you are speaking. Okay. And as far as content of your answers are concerned, we are happy with the content. Few things you have to revisit, cross-verify about attitude and aptitude. You see whether you answered it correctly. You should know about CAPF organizations. So invest some time to know why they were created, what operations they are conducting nowadays, who is leading them. Because you told yourself that in a project you have learned leadership skill from characters of Mahabharata.
Yes.
So they might ask that what are the characters of a good leader,
Yes.
and which characters you see in the present leadership of CAPF. In that context, they can ask the name of the DGs of CAPF.
Yes.
And if some woman DG was there, they should particularly know about her. While reading about their engagement in project operations, CAPF organization's operation, you should know about the border of length of Indo-Pakistan, Indo-China, Indo-Nepal, Indo-Bangladesh. And if there are specific names of the borders, LSC, OLSC, LOC, the distinction between the two phrases, or what is Durand line, what is McMahon line, why it is called McMahon line, kind of things. All these informations will get consolidated at one place, Ministry of Home Affairs website. It will take hardly 2 to 3 hours. Because you have done a very good study in BSc Transport Technology, so they'll also be attracted or lured to ask you technical questions maybe sometimes. And how far these are useful for CAPF, this knowledge. So you have to advocate for yourself that okay, the knowledge you have acquired is very relevant for CAPF organizations. In whichever way you can convince them that how this knowledge is useful.
Yes.
So look about applicability of your knowledge in CRPF, PSF, how it can be useful, how it can be with ITBP, which kind of transport would be suitable for high altitude locations. Right?
Yes.
And of course, gender sensitization is going on for army. So you should be aware of the big achievers, women achievers particularly.
Yes.
So develop a list of all these questions: fighter pilot, sports persons, kind of things. Okay. Rest of the things are fine. If you have any specific question or doubt, you can ask.
No, sir. I don't.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.